guys? Today's video, you can probably tell from the title, I'm going to talk about Etika. What was like being a viewer of his, my story with him, about him. And what do you meant to people? Now I'm gonna like tell him like this video is basically like a timeline of like me and like experiencing him. Pause. But yeah, I first found out about him in 2016 during the whole Overwatch craze. That was a fun time. 2016. But I didn't really start following him until like the next year. 2017. Even before 2017, the whole like the Switch reveal trailer. That's when I started like noticing him, and that's when I subscribed to him, because he a big hype dude yelling about like Nintendo. Because at the time, I was a PlayStation, I was PC head. I didn't really care about the Wii U that much, but because of him, he made me care about Nintendo again. But I'm rambling on. Then the Switch hype, and then the Switch presentation. I was there for the entire stream, bro. When the last game that was revealed was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That was crazy. His reactions with that was funny. I liked that. I liked him. He was funny. And then eventually I showed my friends him, and they started falling in love with him too. Pause. The Joy-Con boys. And then when that video came out by Luke Bomber, the origin of it, I couldn't stop consuming it. So yeah, 2017 was like, I was a freshman at the time, by the way, in 2017. And then after Switch reveal trailer was the C&D Switch line, and then Etika actually came onto it. I didn't really mess with C&D up until Etika popped in, so I watched him with the vlog, and I started watching the vlogs after Etika popped in. And yeah, he's genuine dude, real good, genuine dude. And then it was shortly after, I think it was either before or after the evisceration stream. You guys know what that is probably. Was the motivational speech, that like hearing. Okay, basically the speech was like, there's someone, it's like a long video, you can probably find it on YouTube. It was him rambling on about how you should do you, don't care about anybody else tells you, the legacy, make your own legacy, like basically write your own book. That's what he said actually. And he said you do you, don't let what other people tell you what you should do, you do you. And hearing that as a freshman, be like, when you're a freshman in high school, you're very impressionable, and to him it was like perfect. It's like I needed to hear that at the right time in 2017. Damn. And then the next year after that was sophomore year, and then the beginning of sophomore year was really hyped because it was during the KSI and Nobody stuff, and his reaction to that was amazing. Nobody masterminding everything KSI did, and Etika's reaction to that. And right after that was iDub situation. It was amazing. And then 2018, man, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. A lot of streams were happening then too. ARMS, as much as that lasted, it was a big hype, but then it kind of died down. But then him playing Xenoblade was actually like really cool. I actually played Xenoblade just because of him, and I finished it in 2 weeks. I borrowed it from the library, finished Xenoblade in 2 weeks. It was a lot of time, but I did it. And yeah, I did it. But then after that, let's see, 2018. There was a certain Nintendo Direct that happened at 2018. Oh, it was Smash, man. It was Flash Brothers, Smash Bro. It was, dude. This you guys seen the Smash reaction already, but yeah, Smash was hype. He was hype. I was hyped. I was hyped for Smash. I was hyped for him. It was crazy. It was amazing. And then a couple streams after that, we get into 2019 territory. In 2019, no, we were 2018. The next year, now I'm a junior. Next year, 2018 junior year, almost 2019. That's when the things started to seem a little off. He posted that video of him being mad about how he said the N-word on Twitter. And then he got banned for that. And then after that, that video came out. You could hear it like in his voice. Like he was definitely like mad about it. I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was just, yelling. Because he seemed very passionate about it. But it was a clear sign that I guess I missed. I guess a lot of people missed as well. But I'm not going to try to put the blame on other people. I missed the sign. I thought he was just wadding out. And then late October, one of the scariest moments of my life. It's not really that. I mean, it kind of is. Okay, I was I was tripping, okay? When he posted those 3 videos back to back to back, that basically got his channel banned, I was kind of worried. I was worried for him. I thought someone really took his phone and like started like deleting his channel, but no, he did it himself. And in the back of my head, I was like, why would he do something like that? Because he's almost so close to 1 million subs. I was like, why? You know, I felt like spending all that time with him was like, I don't want to say for nothing, but I was like, why would you delete your own channel? But then he came back. He came back in 2018 October. He did that Twitch stream and he said like how he's sorry and how like he just seemed so genuine at the point. He came out. No, he told us the situation, how he couldn't save up for the house, how he had to live with his mom for a while, and he was I don't want to say paranoid, but he was insecure about himself, how he couldn't, like, you know, he was wanting out on the streams, but he was also living with his mom. You know, he was trying to save up money for the house and it just didn't work, and he had to live with his mom for a while. He was too insecure to say about that, but he actually said that on stream. I don't want to say exposed himself, because, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but he told us what was up. And he, like, it was like to the point where like he was kind of not crying, but also like you could see like there was like some tension in his voice in that 2018 stream. Yeah, I'll pull up a picture. And yeah, at that point it was like, okay, it seems like everything is fixed now. It seems like it should all be going well. It should all be going well. And then and it felt good to be a viewer of his, because, you know, he's telling us the truth about what's going on with his life. So it's really transparent when a streamer does that to his audience or viewer base, and I really appreciated that of him. It made me realize some things as well. But that was October 2020. The day before Christmas was a very special stream too. It was the old saint, I can say the word, but you guys kind of know. I'll pull up a picture. He dressed up as Santa Claus, and that was funny. It was a whole like bit. It was a whole bit. I don't know, Smash came out, but he was, you know, reacting to memes, reacting to videos, having a good time, good old jolly time during Christmas. I remember that, man. I remember that. It was the Christmas Eve. It was Christmas Eve. I remember I came home from a trip from New York City visiting my family, and I came home. I was watching him. That's engraved in my memory. When I think of Christmas, I think of him, which I have as Santa Claus. It's kind of stupid, but, you know, it's one of those memories where it's a happy one. And then that's when 2019 started. He took a break. And then the next time we saw him, I'm pretty sure he was in his new apartment. Yeah, it was like, I think it was on Valentine. I might be wrong. Yeah, it's been a while. But I think he, like, one of the times he came back was in Valentine's Day. And as Mike was at the beginning of the stream, it was really funny. But then he was with the apartment with the white brick walls in the background. I was like, cool, no, he's back. Man's just back. He's gonna be making his content now. And then eventually he deleted that channel. And then started going downhill again. And at that point, it was like, I was like, why are you doing this? You know, I thought you were fine before, but I guess not. And like, I guess a lot of us were part of the problem, because some people didn't take it seriously. I didn't know what to think. I wanted to think he was okay, because, you know, you don't want to think people are going through troubles, because it takes effort to talk to them about it. It's not like I could talk to him either, but I just hoped like he was okay, he was fine. And then, damn, it was around the time the Avengers Endgame came out too. You started having those breakdowns again. It was tough. But then he kind of came back again, like, you know, reinventing himself again, saying that like, I'm a god, you're a god, we're all gods. But as much as that, you know, when he was alive, when he was saying that stuff, and then he did a whole like nine gang thing, you know, I was feeling it. You know, I said, you know, that actually makes sense from his point of view. You know, we're all masters of our own universes according to him. It kind of does make sense. But then it didn't really work out that well. obviously. I didn't really realize that, but when you're insane, like I think I read it somewhere, like you lose your sense of reality, and I feel like that's where he may have gotten wrong as well. There's a lot of places he lost his sense of reality, but yeah, that was tough. I remember walking him down the street, and then when he got his not really swatted, but when someone called a wellness check on him, he was in a mental ward for his own birthday that year. It was tough. It was tough, man. Junior year was tough. Because you see your inspiration, your idol, just going through all this stuff. It really just like shows you that not everyone is able to do this type of thing. You know, everyone's human at the end of the day, and it happens to the best of us, I guess. But then he got better. He recovered, at least I thought, because at the end of junior year, well, it was. Well, near the ending of junior year, I was happy because, you know, Etika, he actually started streaming Minecraft again, 2B2T, and the whole craze. That was a fun time. I remember I was editing my film study project on one monitor, and the other monitor was Etika doing 2B2T streams with my new, like, I had problems with my PC, but now it was custom and it was built, and it started working again. So now my working PC is all good, Etika's all good, and I'm about to finish the junior year. What could go wrong? And a lot of things could have gone wrong, and it did. He disappeared. He posted that video, the I'm sorry video. But when I first watched it, I didn't watch the entirety of it because it was early in the morning. He posted it like late at night. It was early in the morning. And, you know, I was just getting ready. I saw he said, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry." Like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. I didn't get to watch the rest of the video, and I wish I did. Because I had a false sense of reality at that point. And then I remember my friend Kyle was talking about it during school. And he said, like, the police notifications came out of him being missing. At that point, it's like, okay, this is getting really weird now. I hope he's just, you know, laying low, taking a break from everything. That wasn't the case. I remember that the last week of school, I was searching up every day on my computer. Etika found, because I was hoping the police would find him, you know, alive. Because during the search, I hope people will find him. But on the last day of school, I remember it was like it was yesterday. I'm pretty sure most of you guys too. That fateful day. I was walking home. I came home, sat at my desk. I was like, okay, this last day of school, it kind of wasn't that great. Not compared to the other years. I hope someone could cheer me up. Then I got a text from my best friend. It was Zane. He said, "Etika's dead?" with a question mark. And then at that point, I just remembered, you know, Alice Pika, his ex, her tweets the previous night before saying, if his body is not found, then that means he's not alive yet. I mean, he's not dead yet. No body found equals no proof of death. And obviously you hope for the best at this point, but things didn't work out. I was in denial when my friend texted me that, and then I went on Google, I went on Twitter, where I searched up Etika found. You know, the days prior, the results were saying dead, because, you know, anticipation of Google events. But then I saw the tweet by the NYPD. We regret to inform you that Etika, other known as Desmond Amofa, was found deceased. That was hard. I started crying right after that. I cried for 30 minutes straight, to the point where, like, I was out of breath. I couldn't feel myself, because, you know, I was like hiccup crying. Like, it was nasty, it was ugly. And I remember I had like a whole tissue box right next to me, just blowing my nose and stuff, because I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that someone of this, like, my idol, not only died but killed himself. And it sucks. It still sucks. It burns. And there's this one thing from the video. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I watched it after the day, or during the day he died. You said, if he goes, you said something along the lines of like, if he goes, people will just forget about him. It's not true. He meant a lot to a lot of people. He meant a lot to me. Now he's gone. Been gone for a year. You meant so much. Not only to my life, but to others. He inspired me. So many people. It's been a year. You know, people say everything happens for a reason. I don't like that. But it might be true. It might not be, who knows? But you'll never be forgotten. Never forget. Never forget.